Ah. Oh. Okay, now we are live. Active. What was going on there before? Okay. Yo guys, I see that you're some guys here already. I had some issues. I'm trying some streaming software. I'm not sure how it works. Now a nice delay here. Okay, good. Can someone please let me know in the chat how we are? Is the quality okay? Is it lagging? What does it look like? It's very weird because I'm used to seeing myself like a mirror image when I do this, but now I'm seeing a little delay here. Hey guys, hey, say something in the chat, please. I mean, I guess I have to just go on, and it seems like the stream is running, and many likes before the stream starting. I appreciate that. We're already past 6 likes, which is the dangerous territory when we accidentally end up with the mark of the beast sometimes. Well, I do have, as you can see, I'm using some streaming software here. This is a very temporary, look here. I might do something more, less made in paint in the future. But I'm gonna be going through a personality test that I took and analyze the results with you guys. But please, I am getting a little nervous. I mean, I would like someone to say something in the chat so I just know that the quality isn't shit. I guess I should probably actually take a look in a window myself. Do it like this. La la la. I can tell there's a delay at least, definitely. That and that. Yeah. Let's go see if we are indeed running with decent quality. Oh, loud noises. La 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 la. I'm just making these noises because I think it's better than dead air. It says we're live. It says we're a couple of viewers. And then... Ah, nice. It does work. It does work. Thea Cassandra Vatne Larsen. Cool. What's up? How are you? Thea Cassandra Vatne Larsen. That's a long name. Who are you? I've never seen you before. Good to see a new face here. What is this? My buddy says he can't write in the chat, but someone else is writing. Interesting. Well, I'm a little annoyed with this. I think I have to check again. Well, I guess this is okay, because, we have to know for the future how to do this. So, let's go back and see. Okay, my buddy helping me out here, that's good. Fredrik. But does he even have a user, or I don't know. Fredrik, jag kan inte se om du inte kan skriva i chatten. Nu så där, chatten är till höger vanligtvis. Och en annan tjej har skrivit. Så have to do, but I could tell that I've managed to improve the sound quality. It sounded like when I was watching. Let's see again. Yeah, but the video, okay. Frey. Okay, but it seems to be working. The quality looks okay. Video is square though, with a browser in the background. Yeah, it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be, because I'm gonna show you some stuff there. But okay. My friend can't write for some reason. But okay, now we know it's working. Good. I'll just unplug these. Okay guys, now that I know we're running, let's go. Thea Cassandra Vatne Larsen, väldigt hygglig att vara här. Ser på allt du lägger ut så är jag icke ny, som sagt. Vad kul att höra, Thea. Välkommen, och jag uppskattar den feedbacken. Följer mig på Instagram också. Gör det annars. Länken är i beskrivningen. Okay, guys, today I'm gonna go through my results on a personality test that I took. That I think that's why the screen looks that way, Frey, because I'm hiding right now a test in the background. But okay, let me tell you a little bit about the week. What is there to tell? Well, there's not much to tell. I had some things. Yeah, let's say this. I took my driver's license finally. I passed the practical test. So that's cool. Almost, I guess 10 months later from starting practicing. And I promise you, it's not me that's a slow learner and stuff. To be honest, I was happy to take it slow because there's nothing I need the driver's license for immediately. It's just that I feel like I should do, most people that don't take it before 30, they never take it. And it's for the future when I have a family. I don't want my wife to be driving me and the kids around. I want it to be the other way around. But so, and also, the driving school I went to, they had a lot of internal issues. So I had 5 different teachers because there was some conflict there. But the last teacher I had was such a great guy, Heval. Kurdish guy. You could tell that he looked out for and cared a lot about his students. He was basically more happy than me when I passed the test. And so that's nice for me, of course, because I'm a teacher of sorts too, a trainer and coach. So that was very cool. But yeah, I nailed the test pretty much. He's such a good teacher. He had taught, where I was driving, Sollentuna for the Swedes, he took me there and exposed me to all the most difficult situations that could happen. And then, of course, when I did a test, none of those happened. So it was just super easy. And I don't really get nervous. We're going to get to that when we go through the personality test, but I don't really get nervous for things like that, still I wanted to give myself the best opportunity to succeed. So my biohacking stack, I guess I am a biohacking, that was being 16 hours fasted, so I'm just more sharp, starting to enter that hunter state when the body can notice that we haven't gotten any energy for a while, so better turn up all the senses. I took some black coffee for the caffeine, but then a beta blocker to be more steady, because I have a prescription for that because I have this chronic tremor. You might be able to, you can probably see this. I took some glycine, amino acid, that's very calming, and what more? Yeah, green tea supplement for L-theanine, also a calming effect. So I just wanted to tell you about that, but hello and welcome. Please, I'm going to go through this personality test. This stream is going to be all about me, basically. But as I do that, please do ask me questions. Just see if my body said anything more. Yeah, it said... He's telling me, tell me what's happening with your beard growth. But, bro, I've been doing this for 2 weeks. I don't expect to see any results in months. So, it's going well. I'm following my protocol with the minoxidil and the microneedling and the castor oil. So, I'm just doing that, and we'll see. I'll tell you when I have something to tell you. Okay. So I'm gonna see if I can set this up properly now. I'm new to using this OBS thing, but we're gonna do it like this. Put me in the corner here. So, yeah, this is the big 5. So it was my friend that told me to do this, and I thought, why not? I've done a test like this some point before, and it's of course, all these tests, it's not God who made it, so it's not perfect, but they can still say something. I'll go through this and make comments on it, there are some things I think are really, really spot on, and some they're not. But you can see it's the big 5, but they are divided into subcategories. So we have agreeableness, compassion and politeness, conscientiousness, industriousness and orderliness, extroversion, enthusiasm and assertiveness, and neuroticism, withdrawal and volatility, openness to experience, openness and intellect. So let's start here. Agreeableness, mine was high, which was pretty surprising to me because, I'm not a conformist. I will never just sit and agree with something I obviously don't agree with. But when you go into the details of what a trait actually means, it does make sense. So I'll just read off the screen here. You are you're high in agreeableness, which is the primary dimension of interpersonal interaction in the Big Five personality trait scientific model. Agreeableness has two aspects, compassion and politeness, which will be explained separately. Never mind about that. People high in agreeableness are nice, compliant, nurturing, kind, naively trusting, and conciliatory. However, because of their tendency to avoid conflict, they often dissemble and hide what they think. Well, I would say I don't avoid conflict like in a way that I'm afraid of conflicts. I'm just pragmatic. I can tell many times that this person will just get mad if I say this, and it's not that I'm afraid of that, it's just that it won't be productive. But in those like closest relationships, maybe, I have to admit, I would avoid some conflict. People low in agreeableness are not so nice, stubborn, dominant, harsh, skeptical, competitive, and in the extreme, even predatory. However, they tend to be straightforward, even blunt, so you know where they stand. Well, I would say I'm straightforward and blunt. You know, I get that all the time, that people think I'm rude when I'm trying to be nice, telling them the truth. Your score puts you at the 77th percentile for agreeableness. You know, if you were, it's going to repeat this, so I'm not going to say it every time, but if you were one of 100 people in a room, you would be more agreeable than 77 and less agreeable than 22. People with high levels of agreeableness are seen by others as cooperative, warm, and considerate. They're quite likely to look for and even sometimes to see the best in others, and are interpersonally tolerant, an attitude that is much valued by agreeable people. Absolutely. They do not like to see other people's feelings get hurt and tend to be much concerned about the emotional state of others, preferring peace and harmony. That's true. When I can see that someone's hurting, you know, I'm thinking like, I wouldn't want to feel that way, and if I can do something about it, I want to. I feel good doing that. They tend highly towards submissiveness rather than dominance. You know, I wouldn't say that I'm dominant necessarily, but I'm not submissive either. I guess it depends in the situation. No, submissive, when I was like a more wounded, unhealed person, absolutely, but not these days. People with high levels of agreeableness are forgiving, accepting, flexible, gentle, and patient. They feel pity for those who are excluded, punished, or defeated. They tend to insist that people work cooperatively and often believe that competition with its losers and winners is morally wrong. I don't really agree with that. You know, I've been a poker player. You know, you win if you're good and you lose if you're bad. However, highly agreeable people can be taken advantage of, particularly by disagreeable people, including those with criminal or predatory intent. Yeah, that's something I've had to learn in my life for sure. Because, you know, I wouldn't exploit people. So I've had to learn that people will. Some people that are not compassionate, they will just, if they see that they can use you, they will, you know. And so it's never happened to a huge degree in my life, but absolutely I felt like I've given a lot to someone and just get nothing back, you know. They will lose arguments or even avoid discussion with less agreeable people. No, I don't really argue, but it's not because, you know, people don't fucking change their minds anyway. They are so stubborn, most people, and they want to win the argument with you. They don't really want to talk and discuss things. So I've been very argumentative before, not so much anymore. Because, you know, I'm not interested in arguing. I know I'm right about a bunch of things, and it's okay that you are wrong. If you want to argue with me, I say no. You can go and be wrong over there instead. They tend to not be very good at bargaining for themselves or negotiating for more recognition or power. They may have lower salaries and earn less money in consequence. All of this can lead to resentment and hidden anger. Again, absolutely something I've struggled with in the past and probably need to work more on, but I'm good for advocating for myself, for sure. Yeah. I'm trying to I'm not going to read absolutely everything because it takes so long time. Women are higher in agreeableness than men. Yeah, this is like my feminine side, you know. Let's not do the general things. Let's try to focus on me. Compassion, so that the one part of agreeableness. So here I'm very high. Highly compassionate people are much interested in the problems of other people and other living things, particularly if they are young or helpless. They are quite concerned about helping other people avoid negative emotion, for sure. That's what I told you earlier. If I I hate anxiety and stuff like that. So if I can help someone else get over that, that makes me feel great, because I would love it if someone could do that for me. They make more time and do more kind things for others, even when doing so may interfere with fulfilling their own needs and interests. Yeah, I am a giver. I am prepared to give more than I get back. But there's a balance there still, You can't just give yourself away completely without getting anything back. And that's something I've had to learn. And a person once told me... a person I love a lot, told me that it must be difficult being you, because you can do so much for other people, but they can't do as much for you. And I appreciated getting that recognition. And it's something, the more you work on yourself, the more capable you are. It's going to be like that. You can do a lot more. You have a lot more to give to others than what they have to give you. And I'm happy doing it that way. I think that's alpha, But there's a balance. You can't just be a doormat and just give yourself away without getting anything back, They have a markedly soft side, sure. Other people consider them sympathetic and nice and will turn to them often for a listening ear. They are highly empathetic and caring. However, because they are so other-oriented, they might find it difficult to negotiate on their own behalf and may not get what they deserve for their hard work, for example. This can lead to resentment. Earlier in my life, absolutely. Okay. Politeness, typical or average. Not so much to say about that. I think that makes sense. I'm not rude just for the sake of it, but I can be blunt and straightforward, so I'm not super polite, Conscientiousness, a weird word. So I'm low here. Yeah, people moderately low in conscientiousness are not particularly dutiful. They're by no means sloggers. They will only work hard if pushed and don't mind wasting time. They're quite likely to procrastinate, particularly if they are also above average in neuroticism. We'll get to that. The extroversion and neuroticism is the most interesting thing with me. It's true. I do work hard and I can be very productive and get a lot done, but I'm also very easily distracted and can procrastinate a lot for sure. If people with moderately low levels of conscientiousness commit to doing something, there is a good chance they will be late or delayed, even if there isn't much reason for it. Yeah, last minute guy, They tend to find and deliver excuses for their failure under such circumstances. Yeah, sure. People with moderately low levels of conscientiousness are less likely to obtain higher grades in academic settings and generally require substantial supervision to stay on task. Yeah, it's tough for me working by myself, just sitting. I get easily distracted and procrastinate. For this reason, they make less than optimal managers and administrators. They do not feel compelled to do things by the book, however. Very true. This can perhaps be an advantage if they are engaged in creative tasks where rules must be broken for advancements to take place. They're likely to make career accomplishment a primary goal, turning instead to pursuit of safety and security, if high in neuroticism, which I am not, you're going to learn. Creative accomplishment, establishment of intimate relationships and friendships, or social success, blah blah. People moderately low in conscientiousness tend to be relatively free of guilt, shame, self-disgust and self-contempt. Yeah. Other people, however, may react negatively to their tendency to slack off. Yeah, earlier in my life, for sure. I was lazy, for sure, and people thought I was lazy. Individuals who are moderately low in conscientiousness are not particularly concerned by failure. They are not judgmental to themselves or others and tend towards situational explanations for disappointment, frustration, or lack of success. Yeah, I recognize that. They can handle periods of inactivity and unemployment with relative ease. Yeah, I've had those situations, but I never felt good about it in the past. They tend to downplay the relationship between hard work, diligence, and success, believing that chance factors and luck in life play a determining role. Well, of course, that plays a role, but that's not true for me, though. I know that hard work. It's like with poker, there is a chance element, but you minimize that as much as you can. What is it? Someone's luck is when, preparation meets opportunity or something like that, Well, yeah, let's go on. Industriousness, another aspect of conscientiousness, where I'm pretty high. Moderately industrious people are reasonably likely to be successful in school and in administrative and managerial positions. particularly if they are intelligent. They don't live to work, however, and do not always have to be doing something useful. Generally quite dutiful, however, and tend not to put things off or mess them up. They also tend to finish what they start, pretty much on schedule. Well, I finish what I start, not always on schedule. But yeah, if I have committed to something, I finish it. Moderately industrious people have some genuine interest in considering how to accomplish more in less time with fewer resources and can focus consistently on the task at hand. Yeah, that's me, optimizing. Moderately industrious people are quite likely to judge shirkers or people who are incompetent in a negative manner. They tend to believe that people fail because they don't apply themselves or work hard enough. Yeah, with some things, yeah. They are definitely capable of feeling a sense of personal failure and guilt if they do not live up to their duties, yeah. However, because they usually stay on schedule and accept responsibility, yes, they generally avoid experience actual guilt. Yeah, that's true. In some situations, I just would never fail, so I don't have to face feeling guilty, Yeah. I'm just checking the stream, so it's running. I was a little uncertain there at the start. Orderliness low, yeah. People low in orderliness are not disturbed, upset, or disgusted by mess, disorder, and chaos. They simply don't notice such things. Always when I have this stream, I have to remove a mess in the background so it doesn't look like shit here. Might be a mess over there, just so you know. They see the world in shades of grey, not in black and white, and are very non-judgmental and devil-may-care in their attitudes toward themselves and others. Sure. They don't use schedules, lists, or routines, even if they plan. Rarely implement those plans, preferring to take things as they come and let chance determine the outcome. Well, not chance, I wouldn't say. They are not oriented toward detail and do not abide by rules or procedures. Well, I do have some routines and stuff, but it's true that I never make lists or written down plans. You're going to see, I've talked about semi-structure. I talk about that in my power building manual I'm working on. That I usually have a plan, but it's very open to modification. So, I do plan and have routines, but it's very open-ended. It's like... there is a loose structure, but within that structure, a lot of change can happen. People who are low, okay, you see this is the most fun, the extroversion, but people who are low in orderliness don't care for routine and predictability. Their schedules are loose, their time unscheduled, and disruption doesn't bother them. They require constant reminder and supervision to maintain attention and focus and are too easily distracted. Sure. They can, however, tolerate the mess, disruption, and intervening periods of chaos that may accompany creative endeavor. Yeah, that's very much me. During my most creative and productive phases, there's a lot of mess that I would prefer. If someone would take care for me, I would like that, but because I'm not good at it, but I can handle it, Women are more orderly than men. The mean percentile for women. Okay, let's not go there. So this is the most fun thing, the extroversion. I laughed so hard when I saw this. Exceptionally high. Your score puts you at the 99th percentile of extroversion. If you were one of 100 people in a room, you would be more extroverted than 99 of them and less extroverted than 0 of them. So this is what I feel is the most accurate with this test. I know that I've never met someone that's as extroverted as I am. People with exceptionally high levels of extroversion are extremely enthusiastic, talkative, assertive in social situations, and gregarious. They are unusually energized by social contact and crave it. They take exceptional pleasure in planning parties, telling jokes, making people laugh, and taking part in community activities. They are extremely likely to have positive memories of the past, high levels of current self-esteem, particularly if they are low in neuroticism, which we'll get to, and tremendous optimism about the future. I want to say here that what's interesting is, I'm super extroverted, but I love being by myself too. I didn't used to, though. When I was a more unhealed, anxious person, I craved, when I felt like that, I needed to be around other people to, distract myself from it. And I realized me and other friends used each other in that way. But so now I do love talking to people and interacting with people and being with people, but I'd rather be alone than with the wrong kind of people, and I love being by myself too. People who are exceptionally extroverted have a remarkably difficult time keeping things to themselves and tend to tell everyone everything, and I think this is so funny because it's so meta. Like, I think it's super fun and exciting to share this with you. And now we're talking about basically that I am that way. They are exceptionally self-disclosing, and they warm up very quickly to other people. They speak first and most often in meetings. They can be extremely captivating and convincing. They will be the first to act exceptionally often. People who are exceptionally high in extroversion make very enthusiastic employees and are exceptionally well suited to jobs involving sales, persuasion, work in groups, and public speaking. Conversely, they are very badly suited to occupation that require a lot of isolated work. Yeah, all of that I can just sign. What do you say? I signed the contract. I thrive when I do things with people. Then it's like I can't be lazy and unproductive. When I have to do isolated work, I very easily get distracted. If someone I know writes me a message, I tend to want to talk to them instead. When I immerse myself in something, I can get hyper focused. But I can easily get distracted. People exceptionally high in extroversion can also be exceedingly impulsive, particularly when it comes to having fun in social situations. They are exceptionally likely to sacrifice the future to the present when something social or group-oriented beckons. Yeah, that's true. Many times I'm in the gym for so long, and it's not because I train for so long, because I just love talking to all the people there, It is hard for them to be alone and to do study and work. They can be exceptionally easily distracted by opportunities to chat, joke, and socialize. This is particularly the case if they are also low in conscientiousness. When individuals are extroverted and conscientious, they are more productive than if they are introverted and conscientious. However, when they are introverted and unconscientious, they are more productive than when they are extroverted and unconscientious. People exceptionally high in extroversion can be extremely dominant in social situations, particularly if they are also low in agreeableness. Less agreeable extroverts tend to be self-centered, something that can be made worse if they are also low in conscientiousness. That's nice validation from the test, because I know I love being the center of attention and sharing my stories and stuff, but it's not because, I think I'm so fucking interesting, It's because it's my way of communicating, And so that's nice to see, because I am high in the compassion, It's not that I just think I'm much more important than everyone and everyone should listen to me, talk about me all the time. But I have to admit that I do love being the center of attention, performing something for people, So I love it when the two can be combined, that I tell my stories like I do on this channel, I tell my stories, what I've been through, what I've learned, in order to help you, motivate you, and inspire you, So that's great. When I get, satisfaction of doing what I love, but it's not all about me. It's actually helpful to other people. Enthusiasm, another aspect of extroversion. Individuals who are exceptionally high in enthusiasm are extremely excitable, happy, and easy to get to know. They will talk remarkably rapidly about everything, particularly other people. They laugh or giggle to a remarkable degree. This is funny. I do giggle a lot. When I send voice messages to people, it always little breaks. They absolutely must be around people continually, and they love parties. This is what I've changed about me. I absolutely do not have to be. I do spend a lot of time by myself, and I like it that way. They cannot keep people at a distance and keep nothing private. Pretty much, I guess. They are unusually positive and optimistic. They warm up remarkably quickly to other people. They love and crave stimulation, excitement, activity, and fun. Yeah. They are always telling jokes and trying to make people laugh. Yeah, I don't know about trying. I just make people laugh. It comes naturally, Enthusiastic people are gregarious, encouraging, and people-loving, and are exceptionally positive about what might happen next. Yeah. Assertiveness. Exceptionally high. Exceptionally assertive people are take-charge types. They put their opinions forward extremely strongly and constantly dominate and control social situations. Yeah, just think of my YouTube videos. It's not a social situation, but, putting forward my opinions. Exceptionally assertive people can be extremely influential and captivating. They have the communication style that is often associated with leadership. This is good when they are knowledgeable, competent, and able, but not so good when they aren't. Yeah. Assertive people are people of action. They don't wait for others to lead the way, but leap in heedlessly. They can be impulsive in consequence and can act without thinking. Yeah. Yeah, I guess all of that is kind of true. Okay, so this is very interesting. I did not expect to be in the first percentile low in neuroticism, exceptionally low. People with exceptionally low levels of neuroticism virtually never focus on the negative elements, anxieties, and uncertainties of the past, present, and future. It is extremely rare for them to face periods of time where they are unhappy, anxious, and irritable, unless facing a serious, sustained, complex problem. Even under the latter condition, they cope remarkably well, very rarely worry, and recover extraordinarily quickly. They always keep their head in a storm, and they never make mountains out of molehills. You know, the interesting thing about this, it makes it so clear that my stage fright that I used to have and panic attacks, that it was like trauma-induced. Because it's true, when I think about it, I feel like I'm a person that's prone to anxiety and stuff, but not really, because I realize that like so many people are super nervous doing a thing like the driver's license test, you know, and I'm not really. And tests in general, people tend to get nervous about. Many things that stress people out don't bother me at all. And I guess the other thing here is it's not only if you feel those emotions or not, it's your ability to handle it. And it's true that even way back when I did feel those kind of emotions more frequently, I could handle it exceptionally well. You know, I've been on a on a stage, concert stage in Moscow, singing for people with a full-blown panic attack, and I managed to stand in the choir and sing, like not my best singing, but I could do it still. And like people, some people would feel like 10% of what I was feeling and be out of there, you know. So it's true that I'm extremely stress tolerant, that even when I experience that, I can stay remarkably calm. And I realize from the last few years here, when I've healed a lot more, what it says here, it is extremely rare for them to face periods of time when they are unhappy, anxious, and irritable, unless facing a serious, sustained, complex problem. Yeah, that's what it took for me to not feel good, to experience anxiety and stuff again. But as it says, even under latter conditions, they cope remarkably well. Very rarely worry, recover extraordinarily quickly. Well, yeah, I did cope well. I didn't have the same output as during my just highs in life, you know, but I could still go to work, I could still train, started driving, started with new online clients. I did a bunch of stuff, even when I was feeling really, really, really anxious, you know. They have exceptional levels of self-esteem, particularly when they are also average or above average in extroversion. Well, exceptional extroversion here. They are resistant to anxiety disorders and depression. Again, resistant. You see that it doesn't mean that you don't experience that. It's just high resistance to it, you know. When good things happen to them, people with exceptionally low levels of neuroticism can appreciate it and do not question whether or not they deserved it. You know, that one is interesting to me. It's like, why would you, if something good happens to you, even if you feel like, that was just luck, why would you feel bad about it? Like, I didn't deserve that. Okay, so be happy then that it happened. Like, yeah, but I'm saying this, I'm just, that's just presenting my perspective, because I've been able to tell a lot of people struggle with like feeling unworthy and stuff. They are extraordinarily satisfied with their relationships and careers. Overall, they are extremely tolerant of stress and tend to breeze through even the more severe failures and setbacks of life. Exceptionally low levels of neuroticism are associated with an absence of concern about mental and physical health. I don't know about that. Very rare visits to the physician or emergency room visits, and almost no absenteeism at work and school. It's funny because that was not true earlier in my life, but it's true now. Like, never skip work, you know. People with extremely low levels of neuroticism are very good at tolerating risk. If they are average or high in extroversion or openness, they might even enjoy it. You know, maybe when I was younger, like I can enjoy some risk now, but I feel it's stupid to just take unnecessary risk. They remain calm in the face of even extreme uncertainty. They can thrive in recreational, career, financial, and social situations where the possibility of loss is higher. They can consider and implement career changes and other transformations that could enhance their lives with exceptional ease. Neuroticism is not a powerful predictor of a blah blah. Okay. Withdrawal, exceptionally low. You're exceptionally low in withdrawal. Yeah, individuals exceptionally low in withdrawal virtually never suffer from or are impeded by anticipatory anxiety. They can handle new, uncertain, unexpected, threatening, or complex situations extremely well from the emotional perspective. They are extremely unlikely to avoid or withdraw in the face of the unknown and unexpected. And a very interesting thing about that is that I've noticed, because avoidance is not my coping strategy ever, but it has, again, way in the past, but no. But I've noticed that it must be some kind of yin-yang thing, because I attract all these avoidant people. Both romantically and like coaching clients, like not only, of course, but so many times I find people avoiding me that when it's not even like with a client, for instance, they might have paid me money, and I'm trying to reach them and I can't reach them, and it's like, you have over 2 months of coaching time left. I just find myself all these fucking avoidance. Like, what are you doing? I promise you, right now there is, or right now, but at some point. There is a bunch of people avoiding me that are watching this right now. I know you, yes, you guy and girl, and yeah, definitely people. So it's very interesting, because I'm so little like that. I want to talk things out. I want to solve problems. Avoiding things is not what I do, But apparently, avoidant people are just drawn to me, and then when they think I'm mad at them or something, or they feel shame. They avoid me. It's very interesting that it works that way. People with exceptionally low levels of withdrawal feel sad, lonesome, disappointed, and grief-stricken very infrequently, and if they do, feel those emotions briefly and to a much lesser degree. It's interesting, because I feel I can feel those feelings. I'm not lonesome, sad and disappointed. Of course I can feel that, But yeah, I just handle it well, I think. Their lives tend to be markedly free of doubt, worry, embarrassment, self-consciousness, and discouragement, even in the face of genuine threat and punishment. They are resistant to and rarely worried about social rejection, and almost never feel hurt or threatened. Yeah, basically. Even when actually hurt, frightened, or anxious, they recover strikingly easily and remarkably quickly. Yeah. People with very low levels of withdrawal are simply not worriers. Technically, withdrawal has been associated with activity in the brain system that regulate passive avoidance. Yeah. Volatility. Exceptionally low. Individuals exceptionally low in volatility are extraordinarily stable and predictable in their moods. They are virtually never irritable and very rarely experience disappointment, frustration, pain, and loneliness. Yeah, I must say, I'm very, very rarely, like truly irritable. Like if I've slept bad and say I just want to do my workout and someone, like, I don't know, gets in my way, I can be a little like, but it won't go out over them. It won't show, People find them extremely easy and calming. Yeah, I've gotten that a lot, that I can calm people down. Just my presence, They very infrequently express their frustration, disappointment, and irritability, and appear remarkably reasonable when they do so. Yeah, it's true. I don't lose my composure and be like, all mad. Like, I will present my case here. Like, you've fucked up. You have not been nice. Even those unusually infrequent occasions where they become stirred up, upset, angry, or irritated, they calm down almost immediately. Yeah. They're not at all argumentative and almost never lose their composure. Yeah, I totally feel that way, to be honest. Even if exceptionally provoked in a dispute, a person of very low volatility will rarely react in kind. Such people remain calm and unperturbed, I don't know that word, even when extraordinarily stressed. Yeah. Volatile people tend to get upset if something bad does happen, while people high in withdrawal tend to be concerned that something bad might happen. Yeah, that's the thing with all the fucking avoidants that avoid me. They think I'm gonna be mad, or, I screwed up, if I go back now, or talk to him now, he's gonna be, I don't know. I don't know, to be honest, I understand you little avoidant people, because when I was more unhealed person, I had that kind of I know what it feels like. That is this is so uncomfortable. The easiest thing, a lot of uncomfortable stuff might happen if I confront this. The easiest thing is just to avoid it. I understand you, but again, it's very interesting that me, who is the complete opposite, tend to attract these kind of people. Okay, so we come to the last one. So I know this is a very self-centered stream, but I thought it was interesting. I feel I didn't, to be honest, I see that I've been talking a lot about this now. I thought it was going to take less time. But we'll see if I have some time to talk about other things after this. Okay, I'm high in openness. Openness to experience. People with high levels of openness to experience are much more likely than average to be characterized by others as smart, creative, exploratory, intelligent, and visionary. They are highly interested in learning and continually acquire new abilities and skills. Yeah, that's me. I like leveling up. Instead of my paladin that I leveled up in the games, I now level up myself and acquire new abilities and skills. They are very curious and exploratory. They find themselves unusually interested in abstract thinking, philosophy, and the meaning of belief systems and ideologies. They will seek out cultural events, such as movies, concerts, dance recitals, plays, poetry, and blah blah blah. They are very likely to enjoy writing, or even I don't write all that much, but I do like it when it's something that interests me. They enjoy complex, abstract ideas and love to confront and solve complex, abstract, and multi-dimensional problems. Yeah, I'm a fucking master at that. They are very likely to be prolific readers with a strikingly wide range of interest. And the funny thing about that is it's been a big thing on the channel. I don't read books, don't like books. But it's somewhat a joke, but it is kind of true. Like, yeah, I could be, in certain situations I could be reading more, but I'm too ADHD, I think it's the extroversion part, I like more to go on than just sitting and reading. Most of the time. But I like abstract ideas and talking about it and stuff, They have an atypically broad and deep vocabulary. They can think and learn very quickly. They are very proficient at formulating new ideas and tend strongly to be articulate, particularly if of average or above in extroversion. Exceptional. People high in openness can see all things in new ways. They can formulate any single problem in a high, diverse range of ways and can generate a very large number of problem-solving solutions. Yeah, I think my videos, so many that are pretty much about the same concept, but from a new angle, They're somewhat more likely to be revolutionary rebels. Yeah. Individuals high in openness to experience tend to be entrepreneurial in spirit as well as smart and creative. They have much higher than average interest in creating new ventures, sometimes for profit, sometimes for curiosity, sometimes for personal transformation. Well, that's me in a nutshell, High levels of openness to experience appear necessary to the formation and leadership of business and other forms of complex organization. Although conscientiousness appears required for the attention to detail and process management that such organizations also always need. Yeah, I always feel like I would need a secretary, someone to help me with the orderly stuff, the order. Because people who are high in openness to experience tend to be interested in almost everything, this can make it harder for them to settle on a single path in life, to specialize to a necessary degree and to create an integrated identity. Yeah, this was a problem for me earlier in life. This problem can be exaggerated if they are high in neuroticism and or low in conscientiousness. People characterized by the combination of high openness to experience and high neuroticism often undermine their own convictions and beliefs by questioning, making themselves lost and anxious. Open, unconscientious people tend to be underachievers. Yeah, that was me earlier in life. Such people appear to have the capability to succeed, can learn quickly and are creative, but they can have some trouble implementing their ideas. Yeah, again, that was me earlier. Openness to experience is the dimension that best predicts political allegiance. Okay. Those who are liberal or politically are very much more likely to be high in openness to experience. Well, according to this, I am a liberal, but if I even, think those are interesting, I am more conservative, but I don't really see myself as political anymore. Intellect, very high, and do not confuse that with IQ, it says, but I think I have decent IQ too. Been a while since I did a test. You're very high in intellect, which is one aspect of openness to experience. People who are very high in intellect are notably interested in ideas and abstract concepts. They crave exposure to novel information, even when it is complex. They're highly curious and exploratory and actively want to find, tackle, and solve challenging problems. Yeah, love problem solving, They will much more frequently seek out and initiate issue-oriented discussions and are very likely to read, think about, and want to discuss idea-centered books. What's with the fucking books? Can we just discuss ideas and stuff without the books? They are markedly articulate and can have formulate ideas clearly and quickly, particularly if average or higher in extroversion. They have a broad and wide vocabulary and continually want to learn new things. People very high in intellect will constantly find and generate novel, creative concepts and voluntarily search for and adapt very well to new experiences and situations. Well, that's me. With all the fasting and training and stuff, I've fucking developed. I feel like it's all my own style, you know. People very high in intellect find complex, rapidly changing occupations necessary and will generally excel at them. Yeah, I think that's me. And particularly high in conscientiousness, that I'm not, but low in neuroticism, exceptionally low. However, they are very much less well suited to stable, straightforward and more traditional occupations where the rules don't change, and will experience frequent periods of boredom and intolerable levels of frustrations in such positions. Yep, very much so. Okay, openness, moderately high. The closest synonym, it's the last one, for openness is creativity. Moderately open, creative people find beauty important, I guess. Without an outlet for their creative ability, they may have some difficulty thriving. They like art or beautiful crafts. They're more sensitive to color and architectural form. They often enjoy collecting. They are comparatively imaginative and may daydream and reflect on many things. They tend to enjoy music, perhaps of more than one genre. Yeah, I enjoy music and like all genres, but not so much listening to it. I want to be involved in the music most of the time. And maybe somewhat musical or artistic themselves. Yeah, I guess it's the high extroversion with me. They can find themselves immersed in a book or a movie. Well, the book, I don't know. Or in their own thoughts. Yeah, sometimes. And become somewhat oblivious to the outside world. They respond well to beauty, creativity, and art. Yeah, sometimes without like feeling bad or something. I'm just completely in here, you know. Moderately open, creative people tend not to be impractical or flighty, no. However, despite their creative openness, at least moderate levels of openness appear necessary for entrepreneurial success and prove comparatively useful at the top of hierarchies, even in very conservative occupations such as banking, accounting and law, which need creative people in leadership positions to provide new vision and direction. Well, I would never want to work with anything like that anyway. But anyways, that is the whole fucking test, you know. Yeah, well, I guess you are some people watching. You can please, let's go back to you guys. Any comments on that or anything else you wanna ask me? Please let me know. Arian Sangera, good evening from the UK. Well, good evening to you, good sir. SV, hey Simon. Interesting test. Yeah, it is quite interesting. You know, again, none of these tests are perfect, but it's very interesting to see. They will capture something about you, like with an extroversion there with me, for instance. Like, is there any doubt about that, if that's true or not? Like, I'm a fucking open book. I've told you everything about me on this channel, you know. And the neuroticism, I think, was interesting. Really interesting. I guess I kind of thought about it. It depends on how you define it, you know, because it's not like I can't experience those feelings. I would say I do that at times, you know, when I'm worried or stressed and stuff, but it's just that I handle it really, really, really well. And I guess that's more the way, you know, it's more being able, how well you tolerate it. Because you know, this is what I can tell about a lot of people I've had to do with when they aren't too, like when I can tell they aren't even too nervous, but they are nervous. They want to go into the avoidance always also, because again, I have to deal with so many avoidance. But again, I will be having the fucking panic attacking, singing on contest. Why do I say contest? Because I guess because I've been on contest stage, even with the choir, but concert stage. And kept going to work with my fucking panic attacks, being on the subway, full-blown panic attack. SV, did one myself during a low. You mean on your fast? He calls it a low when he's feeling the worst on the fast. Was highest in politeness. Highest, so you mean low in politeness or whatever? It's the same thing. But yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I guess. I mean, you are kind of polite sometimes. I mean, you want to make sure at least that I don't misunderstand some things, that I don't took it the wrong way, what you said or something. So, but I can see that you're not super polite. Beyond my wonder, what's up? Moderately high sounds like me. I love art and beautiful things. Yeah, do the test. It's $10 on understandmyself.com. Completely worth it, I think. You can also, it is like, you can get a partner profile, but I did that with my coach. That's not really my coach anymore, it's just my friend. He was the one that said I should do the test. It's kind of funny because it treats it as if you're in a romantic relationship, so there are comments on what our sex life looks like, for instance, but also it's a good way to just share your result with someone else, because it's kind of a long thing, and you can see something like comparisons, between the two of you, and just ignore the romantic relationship part if it's not your wife or husband or girlfriend, boyfriend you're doing it with. SV, any tips on being 15% sick for 2 weeks? Stop eating the trash, fast, sauna, sleep well. I guess that's tough with your daughter sometimes, probably. But yeah, I had it too. I had a super stubborn cold. Like, it just wouldn't go away. So I don't know. Like I can still feel slightly the thing, and it's like over a month now since I was sick. So I don't know. Some colds are just really stubborn, I think. Don't have any more tips than just the usual. Sleep well would be the most important part, I think. Don't eat a bunch of junk. Get the important stuff, the zinc, the vitamin D. Not much more I can say. Some fasting. Hej, hur mår August? Vem är du som kom in här? Jo, men han mår bra. Jag var med honom idag och snackade lite och sådär. Beyond my wonder. I see. Yeah. Well, maybe I should remove the test now from the OBS thing. I can make myself bigger. Yeah. I don't know why it makes me. I can't make it like full screen, but yeah, I guess it doesn't matter too much. Should I put myself here? And let's put me in the middle. New to the OBS. Well, that's okay, I guess. I feel like there were some things that I wanted to comment on the test that maybe I skipped through, just like more general things, but maybe there was something there that was like relevant. But well, again, understandmyself.com, just $10 and you take the test, and you can only do it once because they want it to be accurate, for like everyone else that are comparing you to has just done the test once. So for it to be accurate, you can only do it once yourself. Well, in the future, can you get some suggestions now when I'm gonna be able to share the screen and stuff, and maybe do just share things. Do you have any ideas on anything you'd like to see on a stream? Like, I'm planning, since these streams have just been a live stream, chat, talk with Theo. I talk, sometimes the chat talks a lot, sometimes they don't, and I just talk, But I've been thinking of doing these at least a bit structured at the start. Like, I will probably have some kind of segment prepared, like, so basically doing a video I would do, but I do it live on the video for the first 10-15 minutes or so. But if you have any ideas on anything you'd like to see on the stream, please let me know. Like, and now a really cool thing that I like, I can do more training content, because it's I don't have if I made like proper training videos on this channel, I would like them to be higher quality, and as of right now I don't have great opportunities to do that, so most of my clips I have are just like phone clips when I just put up the phone, and it's not exciting enough if you make just a training video. But I think I could show you some of those clips while I'm talking on the live stream. That would be cool. So that's an idea I've had. But please give me more suggestions if you have those in the in the chat. And please like the stream if you haven't already. See, I put a little nice paint box up in the left corner. So reminding you to like the stream, chat with Theo, show support with a super chat. $. Yeah. Okay, my guys. I'm trying to, I guess I started a little late because I had some technical difficulties, but trying to keep the hour. The only time I've broken the 1 hour rule was last time, because then it wasn't the actual technical that I was not used to OBS. It was actually that my internet connection was not good. So, yeah, I want to go for an hour is what I'm saying, but I have a little trouble here with the last 5 hours. I was gonna say 5 minutes. I wish I had put some of my training clips on the computer, because I could just randomly show you them now, but I just have them on my phone for now. Yeah, I came right from the gym to the stream. As usual, you can tell I don't put this tank top on to look good on the stream. I could do that, but I'm saying particularly on the stream, like maybe if I record a video, I've chosen what to wear. But now I came from the gym, had my last meal, and boom, hit the stream button. Yeah, I was supposed to train with my new prodigy. I don't like to train with people a lot, but I found someone that I see a lot of potential in. But she bailed on me. But she had good reasons today, so that's cool. Yeah. It's nice to find someone you want to train with, because, again, I am extroverted. I do like being with people, but it has to be the right kind of people. And, yeah. So many times I feel like I'm just a babysitter. I can't be involved in my workout because I have to be too involved with the other person. But if someone is really driven and they just need some information and some cues from you, that's one thing. But a lot of the time, yeah. Oh, yeah, I can tell you this. I took the driver's license. Yeah, I told you that. No one said congratulations, by the way. Just saying. But so... yesterday, I was on my first joyride by myself in the car. It was a good feeling. It's funny because I got more happy about passing the test than I figured. Because it's not something that's super important to me as of right now in my life, But it was freedom. Finally being able to just drive without someone watching me the whole time. So I just went on a joyride. I told a friend I was doing that, so he was like, hey, come to me. It was like, yeah, good, then I have a destination. So I basically drove to him for half an hour, said hi, talked to him for 5 minutes, and then left and had some dinner with my family. And then this morning I went out really early. That was nice, almost no people out. But I still have to be very careful about following the rules now. I think Sweden has some of the strictest, traffic rules or whatever laws, but also it's probably one of the hardest places to take the driver's license. I'm not bragging about that. That doesn't make me a great driver or anything, but I'm saying, yeah, the things are very strict here. So it's very serious, very small mistakes you could make and fail the test. And for the first 2 years, you are kind of on probation. So any moderate violation or even would take the driver's license away from you. Yeah, okay, what should we do here at the end? Have a couple of minutes left. Oh, okay, I thought the stream was lagging opening another video here, but it seems like it's doing okay. The quality on the camera is worse when I do it like this. I have to... and I see that it's shaking a lot when I put my hands on the desk. I have to make this stream a little more serious. But, okay guys, lately I'm engulfed in so many other things that are happening. Finally the driver's license thing is over. But so sometimes when I have more time and, to dedicate to the YouTube channel stuff, it's more easy to just come up with video ideas and stuff, and I can always come up with something. But I'm asking you, for your sake, what would you want to know more about? What would you want to hear me talk more about? What would you want me to do on this live stream, all things like that would be very appreciated. You could tell me now in the chat, or just comment on videos, or just send me messages on Instagram, or even email me, and even if you have a longer thing, because there's a balance with helping people for free. Like, I would love to help everyone for free, but I have to make this a living, as that's how it works. Like, business are relationships, it's a trade. You give the other person something, they give you the money, but if you want to get more specific help for free, this is a relationship. If you email me a long detailed description of what you want, like, this is me, I'm currently doing this, but I'm struggling with this, or I want to reach this. What do you think I should be? How should I be training? How should I be eating? When you give thorough information like that in an email, that's perfect for me to save for the stream. I did that once. I gave a guy very, very detailed advice on his particular situation. So that's something you can do too. Email is in the description below. So just saying, guys, please help me. Please help me help you. What do you want to hear more about? Like, what are some ideas for the stream? It's not super easy to just figure out what you want on my own. And I don't always, not everything I think is very interesting and stuff is the right thing for the audience, So we have to communicate here and find a middle ground. Can you tell how I'm just drawing it out to go over an hour? But I guess we have now. So Beyond My Wonder said, congrats on passing the test. Enjoy driving. Thanks a lot. Appreciate that. Well, this stream was mostly me talking about me. The personality test, but I think it could be a little interesting for you to see my profile if you follow me, and maybe you get inspired and interesting in doing it for yourself. Again, $10 on understandmyself.com, no affiliation or everything. I just think it was a good test. But okay, guys, I will see you later. Peace.